guys, Trassa here from Natural Back Health. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about feet and shoes. April is Foot Health Awareness Month, so I just thought I'd take a little opportunity to talk about shoes and feet and how to support healthy feet and things to look out for. They're often just the simplest of tips that you can be unaware of and can make a really big difference to your foot health. And for any of you that have had foot pain, you'll know how intrusive it is on your day and on your life. It's not nice because we're on our feet, so we need to take good care of them. So here we have an unworn shoe, runner. So this hasn't been worn at all. So I thought it'd be good to give you an example of basically an unworn shoe and what you want to look out for when you're buying a shoe in the shops. And just basic stuff. As always with these kind of videos, you're talking to everybody and nobody at the same time. So when you're going into a shop and you have somebody specialist there to speak to you and whatever's going on for you, they can give you maybe a little bit more streamlined information. But a starting point is to look for a few things with the shoe. So first of all, we need to see, does it actually bend? This is part of your foot that bends when you're walking. So if I did this, so this is a little bit stiff, it's brand new, it's never been worn, but it's bending, but it is a bit stiff. But if you had a shoe where you did this and there was just nothing happening, you need to remember that your foot is in there and it needs to bend as you walk. So if it has no availability to bend, you're causing a different kind of mechanics to happen in the foot, which may lead to problems further down the line. The other thing that you want to look for is if there's a little bit of rotation through the shoe, or again, is it completely solid, no movement whatsoever. Then the final bit is this back part of the shoe at the heel. We need this to be supportive for the average person. So if I press this, you can see that there is a little bit of movement there, but it's not collapsing underneath my finger. So they're just some really basic starting points to see, is the shoe supportive? So that's giving you some support. Or is it completely stiff? There's nothing going on in it, so your foot is going to be cast into it. It's not allowed to have any movement. Remember, there's lots of bones and ligaments and tendons in your foot. It has quite a large range of motion, so you need to have a shoe that allows that and supports it in the right places as well. That's for the average individual. So that's a good place to start. Now I'm going to do a 180 on this and show you an alternative. Another type of shoe. Okay, this is worn. That's the first thing. But this is what's called a minimalist style of shoe. You probably have heard, maybe you've seen people with those kind of, it's like a glove on their foot. And these kind of shoes are all about encouraging you to strengthen your foot. So they'll actually be less supportive. So you can see I can almost roll this up. Really quite soft here. And you can turn and twist it quite easily. But what these are asking of you is that you strengthen your foot. So there's less support in them, but it allows and encourages more movement within your foot. But if you're not used to these, they can create big problems. If you just switch to these tomorrow and you didn't build up strength in your foot, mobility in your foot, or address whatever issues are going on in your foot, these can create big problems. So if you're moving to this type of a shoe, you need to do that with care and take your time, and you may have to have quite a lot of patience doing that. So for maybe a minority of people, they'll be interested in this kind of a shoe. For most of us, we're going with the average shoe, and you just want to look out for some basic things that allow your foot to move in the way it's naturally designed to and give support where it needs to. Then there's all these other things, you know, like orthotics and all of those things, but they're quite specific and yeah, unique to you and what's going on for you and your foot and your issues or not. Okay, so I hope that gives you a little bit of a starting point and just gets you thinking about when you go to buy a shoe, what you need to look out for. I know it's nice to kind of have a nice looking shoe, but we also need to make sure that it's functioning well for our foot.